The two important aspects to take into account for fats are that surface area is really important because fat tends to clump together, and that fat-like molecules do not have the ability to dissolve in water. So when the fat enters the mouth or the food, digestion begins. Mechanical digestion begins with the teeth and through chewing, and chemical digestion happens when the salivary glands give off salivary lipase. The food is then swallowed down to the pharynx, where the pharynx decides between food and air. Avocado, being food, travels down the esophagus with the help of pyrolysis. Pyrolysis is a wave-like muscle motion that helps move food down the esophagus. Pyrolysis occurs in every type of digestion. So food then keeps traveling down the esophagus through the cardiac sphincter into the stomach. In the stomach, no digestion begins. The only thing that happens is acid-killing bacteria.
From the stomach, it moves down through the pyloric sphincter into the duodenum. In the duodenum, the bile already produced by the liver and stored in the gallbladder gets sent out through the bile duct and into the duodenum. This starts to break down the clumps of fat. This creates more surface area, resulting in easier breakdown. In the duodenum, the pancreas releases pancreatic lipase, which acts on the lipase, breaking it down into two groups. These two groups are free fatty acids and monoglycerides. Monoglycerides are the smallest unit of a fat molecule. Continues into the lining of small intestine, where it gets grouped into threes called triglycerides. Triglycerides is the form of how fat is stored. Since fat cannot be absorbed by water, and our body is water-based, it cannot move freely through the system. Therefore, triglycerides are coated with protein called chylomicrons. These chylomicrons allow them to move freely. They then get absorbed into the second half of the small intestine. These chylomicron-coated triglycerides are absorbed into the capillaries and bloodstream, which are used for cell membranes to make myelin sheaths to insulate the body and are also an alternate fuel source. The ones that don't get used or absorbed pass through the large intestine, pass through the rectum, and come out the anus.